It has now been 24 hours since the launch of RLUSD, and we have been watching this over the last couple hours, just kind of growing significantly in volume holders. But the big thing that I am focused on is the trillions of dollars that are going to flow onto the XRP ledger. And yes, I am very confident that the XRP ledger will witness trillions of dollars through it in terms of volume, value. And I do think everyone should be paying attention to this because it does matter when we are talking about the future value of even XRP. So with that being said, welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. And if you guys are not in the free Discord, what are you guys waiting for? Join the link down in the description below and you won't regret it. So with that being said, let's talk about RLUSD. Let's talk about the fact that we're now over $1.9 million worth of volume. I know that we hit about 2 million earlier, but we could see the holders stacking up 6.1K holders, 33.4K trust lines. And we could also see some of the top buyers and the sellers as well. And yeah, I mean, listen, as we really look at what's going on here, there is a lot of volume going through the XRP ledger just off of the launch of RLUSD. But what if I told you guys that RLUSD is going to bring in so much more value, so many more users, and the overall ecosystem around the XRP ledger is going to blossom in a big way because of this stablecoin? Everyone keeps asking me why this stablecoin is a big deal. It's not because the reasons that a lot of YouTubers are telling you, meaning, oh, guess what? The stablecoin is going to be huge because it's going to target Tether and that's it. No, there's so much more to the puzzle. And although I'm sure that there's a lot of great, YouTubers out there telling you the truth, I want to go over a lot of that information in this video and really kind of guide you guys down the path to why the stablecoin is so important. Well, let's first start off with this video going back to June 12th, because again, this stablecoin has been in discussion and in plans for a while now. And if we go back to June, Subjective Views posted this video, and it's actually a video clip from XRP Ledger Apex 2024. Ripple CEO and CTO discussed their new stablecoin RLUSD, and a quote here from Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple. Anything we do in mind of how do we make sure XRP is as successful as possible. XRP is always going to have privileged place as a bridge asset on the XRP ledger, and the stablecoin ecosystem is not going to change that. Check this out.
One product that probably has found the best product market fit is probably stablecoin, if you look at the adoption of those. And let's talk about that, right? Let's talk about maybe the new name of the stablecoin.
Let's do that. David made some news earlier this morning. More news that we're going to...
It's like a gender reveal conference.
Like...
That's why they need both parents.
Okay, the name of the Ripple stablecoin will be RLUSD. I like to call it Real USD, Ripple USD. We're very excited about this. I also will emphasize, as I've emphasized many times, we think this is very much complementary, additive to what the overall XRP ecosystem is doing. Anything we do in mind of how do we make sure XRP is as successful as possible for everyone here. Having, as David talked about stablecoins this morning, having liquidity on chain, having the bridging, frankly, better on-ramps and off-ramps, that's good for everybody. In no way does that take away from our commitment and our desire to see the XRP ecosystem continue to grow.
How did it become XRPL and stablecoins versus, it seems like, at least if you rewind the clock a few years ago, XRPL would have been an alternative to stablecoins, or sort of a reason for stablecoins maybe not even to exist. How did that shift happen?
Well, I think one key thing to look at is just the way the DeFi universe sort of evolved, that you have stablecoins as a key enabler for DeFi. One of the things is that they're stable, and there's some cases where volatile assets are very useful, and there's other cases where volatile assets are not that useful. Like if you're trying to do things like volatility harvesting, you need volatility to harvest. But stable coins, like for pricing things and for for holding things, for like dry powder and trading when you don't want to be in the market, you really do need both. If you're going to have an AMM, there has to be at least two assets, right, that people are trading. If you're going to have liquidity, it has to be liquidity between two assets. So you have to have multiple types of asset and multiple asset classes. One of when you work for Brad, you learn these things called Bradisms. There's things that Brad says all the time.
Let's change the subject back to the stock.
No, but
we're not going there.
By the way, my wife has been learning Bradisms to use back at me, and so like I'll be having a conversation with her, and she'll say to me, "I feel like you're trying to manage me," and I'm like, "Oh no," because if you ever hear that from Brad, you are screwed. You rethink all the choices that led you to that position. No, he is, but one of the Bradisms, as he was saying, is or. The power of or versus the tyranny of and. Sometimes things are not alternatives. You can have both of them, and there have to be options. People are going to have different use cases and different demands and needs. And the XRP has a privileged place on the XRP ledger. Through pathfinding, always looks for XRP liquidity first. The auto bridging causes trades to automatically look at XRP liquidity where they don't automatically look at any other liquidity. So XRP is always going to have a privileged place as a bridge asset on the XRP ledger, and the stablecoin ecosystem is not going to change that. It's just going to enable more use cases.
So there you guys have it. As we really think about the stablecoin and XRP, this is the perfect combination to target these massive markets. Think about what this is going to do. Okay. I go and look at the PDF file for the stablecoin, and right off the bat, I met with the stablecoin for the Internet of Value. What is the Internet of Value? The Internet of Value has been described as everything on chain, tokenization of basically everything around us. When we look at the potential use cases here, we have B2B cross-border payments, $200+ trillion market, the foreign exchange markets, a $7.5 trillion per day market, global access to a digital dollar, trade settlement asset for banks and fund managers, real-world asset tokenization on and off ramps. Now, again, there's a lot of information in this that I could focus on. I don't want to waste your guys' time. Mainly what I want to actually address is down here, these 3 key traits attributed to Ripple. This is a survey of 531 enterprises and financial institutions. That's important when we're thinking about the 3 traits: innovative, well-respected, and trustworthy. This is 531 enterprises and financial institutions. And we have the product description down here in terms of RLUSD and the benefits to it when we're talking about, the XRP ledger, because again, these transaction fees that are nearly fixed, that's all based on the XRP ledger. It's not based around Ethereum. Now, if we come down here, we also have the regulatory framework and reserve description. It breaks everything down, fully, but I'm mainly looking at the use cases because these use cases are very large. Here we have B2B cross-border payments, for an example. And we have 90+ payout markets, crypto and fiat, 35 million lifetime transactions, and $70 billion in estimated transaction value. This is what Ripple has already done so far. And now with this stablecoin, which is directly tied back to the XRP ledger, with XRP as a bridge asset for Ripple payments, this is going to lead to XRP being tapped in around significant volume, significant value, which is going to impact XRP. We also have the FX market being mentioned down here because, again, when we think about Ripple, they already have 90% of this market tapped in. Top 3 reasons people pick one stablecoin over another: we have liquidity, confidence, and transparency. With all 3 of these tapped in already around Ripple, because Ripple is, ultimately one of the most liquid providers when it comes to payments. They're extremely confident around this market, considering their overall background and their credibility that they've created over, well over a decade now. And then also transparency with the guidance of the New York Department of Financial Services. And then also, the transparent reports that Ripple is constantly putting out I do think that this stablecoin is one of the most transparent, one of the most confident, and one of the most liquid ones out there, in this market, which means that RLUSD is going to quickly grow into one of the largest stablecoins in this market, if not the largest. And then, of course, we have some of the other potential use cases down here. Mainly, I'm looking at tokenization because everything else is kind of like, don't get me wrong, I love these other use cases. They're great. Even down here, we have top 3 use case of stablecoins, 91% of crypto trading, 70% peer-to-peer payments, and then 63% savings. That's great. But the main thing that I'm looking at is tokenization. The reason why is because we go over here, right? You guys remember this video clip? It's only 11 seconds long. This is Ripple and Bitstamp. We are launching our own derivatives exchange in the next few months. So that's something we are most excited about and really hope to cooperate closely with Ripple there as well.
Launching our own derivatives exchange in the next few months. So that's something we are most excited about and really hope to cooperate closely with Ripple there as well.
So there you guys have it. And then if we think about this and then we go over here to this video clip, this is 55 seconds long, but this is one of the steps to finally get XRP into the derivatives market. And after this, XRP ETF futures will follow. Why is this important to price action? The price of an asset is set in the derivatives market. Mature derivatives are essential for price discovery. In the derivatives market, buyer and sellers agree on a price. Listen, check it out. By the way, I do apologize if YouTube does try to mute this. In fact, I'm actually not even going to play this because I know that they're annoying. But we have, as I explained to your audience, I see crypto as much more than just a new asset class, but really a new architecture of finance. By the way, this is Chris Giancarlo. This is an individual that has been supporting Ripple and XRP during this entire fight with the SEC. But we also have over here a new way of establishing who owns what and who is transferring what to what, and using the internet as the basis for the establishment of that value. It's a new architecture, a new protocol for establishing value. What about derivatives on crypto? In any commodity market, the price of the underlying commodity is actually not set in the physical or the spot market. The price is set in the derivatives market. Mature derivatives markets are essential for price discovery because it's the one place where all buyers and sellers can come together to agree on the price. That's why the price of gold is not set in the jewelry shop. It's set in the derivatives market. The price of wheat is not set in the grain market either. It's set in the derivatives market. So as we really think about everything here, it's all set around the derivatives market. This is how XRP could essentially have a set value tied to it as well around the derivatives market. I'm not really thinking about it in terms of it being set as a price point, but I do believe that Ripple is on a path to target the derivatives market utilizing RLUSD, because even if we go to the RLUSD stablecoin section on their website, we have integrate RLUSD as a foundational trading pair with other crypto assets as an on-ramp for bringing fiat on-chain and as a settlement asset for derivatives markets. And even if we think about that, right, and we go over here to this post going back to December 16th, this was security settlement, the real use case for RLUSD. And this is with Archic's CEO, Graham Rodford. Check this out.
Great segue into stablecoin. As you know, Ripple will launch its own stablecoin second half of this year. And so what role do you see stablecoins playing in all this?
Yeah, I think everyone puts things in the buckets, I think, or at least I do, crypto and stablecoins and then RWA, digital securities. But the reality is the securities piece, the real value only comes when you have something like RLUSD able to be used in line with the security. So, for example, if you want to have, everyone talks about atomic settlement, but when you go and look at most atomic settlement offerings in the space, all they are database entries where they're swapping beneficial ownerships of cash and tokens. But if you actually have someone buying an asset using a stablecoin and someone selling an asset on the same technology. That's something that didn't really exist before. In the traditional world, the fiat rails are over here, your asset rails over here, and you have to try and make them talk. But if they're on the same technology, then you can ask questions. If you've delivered this and you've delivered that, then settle. You can start paying corporate actions using stablecoins. You can, part of the interest and dividends that now exist in our system, we can pay out in XRPL. So if you've got a distributing fund, we could pay RLUSD out as a dividend, or we could pay scrip dividends of more of the same shares on XRPL. So, stablecoins really are one of the big keys to unlocking this space. So, it's great you guys are going into the space, and great that Jack's leading it as well, because Jack's a great guy.
Now, if you guys also remember to add on to this, let's go over here. Big shout out to Mr. Man XRP for this. This is Ripple and Archix. 30 to 50 trillion on chain. Here we are replaying the session because I want to replay it as well today because, guys, we now have the stablecoin in place. We now have confirmation from Ripple that they're targeting derivatives. We also have major connections back to the derivatives market. We also have confirmation that, Bitstamp, which is now acquired by Robinhood, is launching their own derivatives exchange, working with Ripple closely on this. And here we have, there will be 1.4 quadrillion in the ecosystem, 30 to 50 trillion will be on the XRP ledger by Archix. When talking about replacing cash with DTCC, Euroclear, or it only takes one, DTCC cross-border digital March 10th, 2025, ISO 22. And remember that the DTCC, and if we go back over here, this is security settlement being the real use case for RLUSD. Even back over here, they do mention securities transactions. What's crazy about this is the DTCC settles $3 quadrillion worth of securities transactions per year. So that's why this is very important to focus on. But check this out.
30 to 50 trillion, all on XRPL, trading on Artex.
Here we go.
Behind my original projections, but the total market is 1.4 quadrillion, everything that's ever out there. And if you start looking across any of those asset classes, they're all starting to move on-chain already. And the ease with which we've seen people interested in money market funds, tokenized treasuries, and those types of instruments, the support for stablecoins, when you're talking about replacing cash, when I see DTCC, Euroclear, Clearstream, it only takes one of them to flip onto natively digital, and that's trillions of assets on its own that move. So, tens of trillions, I think we could see. And bearing in mind it's 1.4 quadrillion, this is still a tiny slice of a huge market. 30 to 50 trillion, all on XRPL, trading on Artex.
Here we go. $50 trillion. 2 years from now, Ripple, Twitter will replay the session.
30 to
And I do question where he does get the 2025 prediction from. I mean, listen, as we really look at 2025, we know that everything is starting to change in a big way. Regulations are changing. The market is being embraced. We also have a lot of standards being, fully adopted globally, like ISO 222, for an example. So to me personally, yeah, I do think that we need to take Archix very serious when they do tell us, hey, guess what? We want to bring $30 to $50 trillion on chain with the XRP ledger by the end of 2025. And Archix is one that has not been messing around. Archix has been expanding rapidly over the last couple months, and I do think that it is because of where they see the space headed. Now with this stablecoin in place, now with everything kind of aligning perfectly for open embracement of this technology in the US, and even Micah going live at the end of this month, guys, we are looking at a very interesting time in this market where I do think derivatives are about to be tapped in. I do think that we're about to see the start of trillions of dollars flowing on chain to a lot of these networks, and the XRP ledger is right at the forefront of this. It has been, with Ripple also having that foot through the door initially. I think that Ripple getting that in core agreement that XRP is not a security was a massive move, and it's one that actually put Ripple and even XRP above the rest of these networks. And I do think that the case is going to officially be thrown out next year, probably within Q1. And I do think that from that point on, we are going to witness it's going to be an insane amount of growth around the XRP ledger, around the Ripple ecosystem as well, which technically benefits the XRP ledger because everything that Ripple is trying to do leads us back to XRP and the XRPL. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.